That game looked like it was going to be a blowout. After Riley Leonard scored, he took the ball all the way down the field, 7-0. It looked like after Ohio State just kept pounding them, and went up 3 touchdowns, then 4 touchdowns. I was like sitting there. I was like, this game is going to be a blowout. It was absolutely incredible how much personality and how much they believe in one another on Notre Dame putting up and working hard to get back in that game. That was incredible. I would have thought, hey, you know what? They would have given up. But remember TCU and against Georgia?
Yeah.
That game was just
they folded. They folded.
Yep. Folded after the first half. It looked like, you know what? Georgia should just play their secondary or thirdary players. The game was over. They folded. TCU was done. They did not fold. Riley Leonard, that team, the defense, they put up and they shut a lot of people up because everybody thought this was going to be a blowout. I did think Notre Dame was going to win, but to make this game close and only an 11-point game, that says a lot about the coaching over there. It says a lot about the players and the belief of this team because honestly, even though they were a higher seed than Ohio State was one of the hottest teams going into this, this tournament. And they were just putting up ridiculous numbers. The offense that they have, and I'll say this about Ryan Day. I stuck up for Ryan Day all the time. And Keith actually reached out to me. He says, you were wrong about Notre Dame. You were absolutely right about Ryan Day. They got to stop taking shots at this guy. Ryan Day is a good coach. Now, I don't like what he does on and off the field. I do believe he threw Michigan under the bus. I do believe that. I think he had a lot to do with that story over the last couple of years. And one of the reasons why Jim Harbaugh is now coaching the Chargers and not in Michigan. What I could say about Ryan Day says, one, this guy knows how to coach. This guy knows how to lead these guys to a championship. This guy has nothing to there's nothing to throw this guy under the bus. Everything to say about this guy. He knows how to recruit. He knows how to find defensive players, and he knows how to bring a team, no matter who the quarterback is. Honestly, Will Howard sucks. Okay. He's a horrible quarterback.
He had one of the best games of his career, by the way.
He did.
He set a record.
Yeah.
13 consecutive passes to start a national championship game.
Yeah. I thought, I do not think he's a good quarterback. Okay.
He ain't really going to do anything past this, I don't think.
No, not a chance in hell. Riley Leonard has a better chance of being successful.
100%. 100%.
But congratulations. It has a lot to do with coaching. Say whatever you want. This has a lot to do with coaching. Will Howard played his best game of his career and won a national championship because of coaching. And Ryan Day is not only the best coach right now in college football, he's one of the interesting personalities because, boy, oh boy, his press conferences are some of the worst press conferences you could ever watch a head coach.
Yeah, but you're going to get a soundbite out of all of them.
Yes. He's Bill Belichick of college football. He really is. He's just
– Hey, Bill Belichick's in college football now.
Yeah, he really is. He's Bill Belichick in college football. He is just absolutely annoying and stupid, but yeah, you can't hate him. You can't hate him. He wins. And winning sells everything.
The game was great. I think Ohio State got a little conservative in the second half, which allowed Notre Dame to come back. They stopped taking the deep shots. They tried to run the ball a little bit more, and Notre Dame took advantage of that, also caused a fumble. Marcus Freeman's going to be a heck of a head coach. I think he'll probably get an NFL job next year. They want to see one more year out of him. As far as Ohio State, you said Ryan Day. He's a heck of a coach. He finally coached. I disagree with that. They got Chip Kelly. They got a great defensive coordinator. They got Hartline, who goes and recruits all these receivers. And they got boosters showing out the biggest money for
who hired
the
them?
Team.
Who hired them?
I mean, some of them come from
but who hired them?
Urban Meyer, and some of them.
But who hired them?
I mean, that doesn't make you a good coach. That doesn't mean.
Listen, you got to go out there and hire him, don't you?
Why do you think he's not getting any NFL looks? Why do you think?
First of all, he doesn't want to coach in the NFL. He already came out and said he doesn't. Hold on, he didn't want to coach in the NFL.
He reminds me of Lincoln Riley.
Oh, stop!
Lincoln Riley is.
Stop it!
He got a big credit.
Stop it.
They had a $20 million roster. $20 million.
What does that
I bet
mean?
Notre Dame's is probably like $7 million. I bet Notre Dame's is probably $7 million. He's not a good coach. He's just not. And when they get to good coaches, when they get to Michigan, when they get to people that can coach, he struggles to line it up and and win. Yes, they went on a run. They had the best team. They had the most talent. It's not even close. They're probably going to be favorites next year with Jeremiah Smith coming back. They'll go get a quarterback in the portal, and Ryan Day is going to look like this incredible coach again. But he struggles against teams that can actually have good coaches.
A lot of coaches come into the NFL and they're not successful. Come on. But I mean, the only one that I've seen over the last couple of years is Jim Harbaugh. Everybody else that's come into the NFL, they've fallen flat on their face.
My point exactly. So Jim
Yeah,
Harbaugh's twice.
but Ryan Day doesn't want to come to the NFL. He never said that he did.
But Jim Harbaugh's twice a coach.
First of all, how do you know? Has Ryan Day gone into the NFL and actually been?
He won't because he can't run a team.
That's
The
not
NFL
true. That's not true.
That's
not true. I definitely want to argue with that. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to let fish.
Bill Callahan.
What, I mean, Bill Callahan was up and down as an NFL coach. Remember.
As a coordinator, he's great.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good coordinator. He did coach in Oakland. He did go to a Super Bowl, Bill Callahan. But he's really, after that, he fell flat on his face.
Yeah, and he couldn't coach in college.
No, that's true. But again, I disagree with saying that Ryan Day can't coach in the NFL. I don't think he wants to come to the NFL.
Him and his Sharpie beard look real good on the sidelines for Ohio State. So he stands there and lets his other coordinators do his job.
Hate him. Stop it. You just hate him.